Hey guys, just doing a quick video on changing hydraulic fluid in the hydrostats on this Bobcat zero turn. So manual is pretty simple. It says basically pull the drain plug, let her drain, make sure that drain plug is good and clean because there is a magnet on the end, so there was some sludge and debris on it. So I cleaned it up real good with a little pick, made sure it was good and clean, wiped the mower side and reinstalled. Then we're on to the filter. So on this model there is a reservoir, so I've already gone ahead and pulled the filter off. Now it was a little snug, so I had to do the old screwdriver through the filter trick, but that has come off. So I'm just about to install that filter. Now I was extra cautious to make sure that I got the right one. So the part number does match up on it. This part number for this Bobcat ZT225 is 2720396. What I've also done is I've labeled and dated it. So May 20th, 2019, change at 1760 hours, and I use 1550 full synthetic, just for a reminder. Now, first time doing this, but what I did was to try and keep air out of the system, I have been filling the filter up with oil and letting it sit. So the idea is I'm going to try to keep as much air out of the system as I can. So let's go ahead and we'll get this installed. Okay, so I'm in position. As you can see, this is a horizontal filter. So I'm going to do it as quick as I can to try to keep the losses at a minimum. Just be sure you have a drain pan under just in case. Don't want to be spoiling your driveway or wherever you're working. Okay, let's try and get some space. I did lose a little bit of oil, but we'll work on that when it comes to it. So you don't want to over tighten it, but you do want it good and snug, because you want to be able to get it off one day. So that's good and snug. Now, what I'm going to do now is we'll take her off the jack, we'll level it out, and we'll fill the reservoir. Go ahead and do that. This mower was new to me, so I don't know when it was changed last. It was not dated. I like to try and keep my stuff in good working shape, so I just want to make sure this is all getting done. Okay, so as the reservoir states, we want to fill it up to the top of the dipstick. So, being careful not to get any debris in there. Make sure your area is clean. If I can crack that loose. I'm just going to go ahead and get a dipstick or a funnel, and we'll go ahead and start filling. Okay, so to fill this, I just clean that funnel really well, inside and out. Try and keep any debris off it from getting in the system. Now it's hard to say exactly how much come out, but if I had to guess, probably a couple quarts. I grabbed 3 just in case. Now, so what's interesting is the owner's manual has a description for this, but it states nothing about bleeding the system. So I'm hoping that I don't have to get into that, but if we do, we'll deal with it when we get there. So, still quite low. Let's get some more in her. Alright, in the second quart, I poured about a half quart into the filter, or half a liter, give or take. went about half, so we should be about a 1 liter in plus ½ liter in the filter. Now, it's hard to see, but it is coming up in the reservoir, but we are definitely still a ways away. So I'll continue filling. And I get that these hydros aren't exactly cheap, so I want to make sure that they're maintaining fresh oil, new filter. Okay, so if I had to guess, I think I'm still down about a ½ quart. So I'm going to go crack this 3rd quart. Mobile 1, 1550. So just want to be careful not to overfill. So I'm going to do it in ¼ liter increments. Yeah, it's been a good 0 turn so far. I had to do a lot of work to the cutting deck, pulleys, idlers. Wasn't very well maintained when I got it. Had it about a year now, so now that I have time and the new season's upon us, figured I'd give us a go. Alright, so that is still under the fill neck. So, keep topping her up. Let that drain down. We are getting closer, but we're still not there yet. So that was 3 liters. She took her all. Now, before I started, it was a little bit low. There's no signs of leaks, but oh wow, it is right at the bottom of the filler neck. So on this particular model, like I said, Bobcat ZT225, 61-inch deck, 25 horse Kawasaki. Reservoir and filter took about 3 liters, and it is right up to the bottom of the filler neck. So let's cap this. Alright, so now the moment of truth. I'm going to get her fired up, clean up, and we'll see how the hydros work. We're all cleaned up and ready for our initial test. Don't know what to expect, so bear with me. Wish me luck. Okay, so as you can tell, it seems to work okay. I am going to do a little bit more driving around just to make sure that it doesn't act up after it's warmed up. But yeah, initial test and refill seem to be all right. Now just go around, we're going to double check for leaks. that looks okay. I just gave it a quick wipe down, so I don't see anything new. Nothing around the seams. Get underneath. Hard to see, but drain plug's behind that blue belt there. But it looks good and clean. And we'll check the reservoir. See if the level stayed up. And the level did drop just a little bit, but it is still at the top of the filler neck, so that is good. Something I did notice is, like, obviously hydrostatic transmissions, they do whine. There was next to no whine in reverse. Still a typical little whine going forward, but seemed a little better. But like I say, I'm going to take it for a run around the yard and make sure it's still working proper. But in a nutshell, that's how I did my hydrostatic fluid change. Like I said, just take your time, consult your owner's manual. Mine just stated, take the drain plug, let her drain, clean the drain plug really well before reinstalling. Change your filter out, and what I did is I filled my filter full of oil as much as I can before installing, just to help keep air out of the system. Now before I reinserted the oil, I cleaned on the reservoir side really well, made sure there's no debris, dust, dirt, anything like that, and then I topped it up. Alright, so guys, hopefully this helps somebody with a zero turn fluid change. If you like, thumbs up, and if you want, subscribe. Thanks, bye for now.